Hi everybody, it's Mercy and I'm back again with another quick video. I just wanted to show you guys that my room is actually clean. So I'm just going to show you around my room a little bit, and I guess I'll do this like a little room tour kind of thing. And I do this on a camera, not a video camera, a regular camera. So some of this stuff is going to be in focus and some of it is not. So just like a forewarning of what it is. And if you guys see me in any reflections, I'm dressed to go fishing because my husband's getting all the fishing gear ready. So anyway, let me go ahead and start. Let me go back right here. This is the desk. This is where I normally sit at. And right here I have like my Creative Memories self-healing mat. In the bottom I have some cardboard down here for when I stamp. Then I have that mat. It's like an oven thing that you put in the oven that they had at Michael's for clearance. And then my Martha Stewart pad. And then here I have like all of my just tools that I use often, or maybe not so often, whatever. I have my iTop, I have the Crocodile, I have the stapler. Here I have my stickles and my alcohol inks, and I want to buy, at least for my stickles, I want to get that little magnet so that way I can put the magnet under here and I can have them hanging down, but I haven't gotten to that yet. Then I have all my coloring stuff, my pens, like my Creative Memories pens to journal, all my journaling stuff there, my tools, my scissors and brushes there. Those are all like photo mats here that I got from when I was a Creative Memories consultant. My ATG gun, all my adhesives are in here. This is my IROC stuff. All the IROC stuff is in there, and that Dymo thing is in there too. Here are pictures that I am going to be using. So I'm still doing the album, the Easter album from last year. Those are all the pictures still there. Those are stickers. That's my old Cricut with the jukebox. That box is actually where I do my Lindsay Stamp Gang inside the box so it doesn't get everything dirty. Those are my layouts and the paper stack that I'm going to be using for the Easter stuff. My expression. This is where I keep all my Lindy Stamp Gang, and I bought this at Walmart, and like some of them stand up and some of them fall, and I think that the reason why they fall is because there's not enough in here to hold them all up. So my plan is eventually I will get all the Lindy Stamp Gang products to put in here in this big old box, and that way they can all stand up. And that's the excuse that I'm going to give my husband anyway. That you know, you see, they like all fall over once I close it. Here are my paper trimmers. There's my Cuttlebug and the folders, the embossing folders for my Cuttlebug. I have my Cricut mats, my Gypsy. Here are the plates for the Cuttlebug. My label maker. I always use that thing. My EK Success punches here. Those are the ones that can't hang on my wall. These are those Creative Memories templates. And here I have all those small little embellishments, like those are the ornament hooks. The little binder clips are in here. I have brads all in here and here. Like this one's empty. That one has nothing. And this one just has little tiny stuff that I just recently got. Then up here I have a whole mess of boxes that I got at IKEA. And they're supposed to be like just to get the clutter off. So I have my Cricut manuals in here because even though I got the Gypsy for Christmas, I love having the books. So I have all the manuals and the overlays in here. Then these boxes are supposed to be for Sizzix, and I have them all labeled for Sizzix, and you would think that I have like a million Sizzix dies, but I don't. The only Sizzix dies that I have are like the ones that I've shown on my hauls. That's about it. These are for Halloween. This one has the Halloween stuff that I bought. This one is completely empty. And then this is like for miscellaneous ones. So like right now they have like the on the edge punch and like the square punch. That's about it. Then this one is for Christmas, and I think these are completely empty. There's nothing in there. I don't have any Christmas scissors at all. Up there I have like my chipboard albums, those ones that you get at Michael's for $1. Those frames that everybody was buying were up here. Those boxes that everybody was buying at Michael's here. My bling, like Halloween bling and everything, and just stuff up there. Then up at the top I have those little foam houses that I make with the boys. So that's the stuff there. Then over here, let me go back a little. So this is what it looks like, and it's really out of focus, and that's because of it's not a camera, it's a regular camera. So up there I have my hot glue stuff and my paints. Here I have like batteries, measuring tapes, that kind of stuff, like household stuff. Here are my Creative Memories albums. Then I have the cards, to make cards, the bases. My paper pads, I have some there. Those are my fibers that I add, and then some more boxes with stuff from IKEA. Right here are more paper pads, and down here more paper pads. This is like where I have my Halloween stuff and my completed pages, and then this one has like miscellaneous paper, like leftover scrap paper. This right here in front of you, those pink boxes, are those boxes from Target that they had for $1, that they were like the Paris theme ones, and I have them for my Copics, because I eventually want to get those white things that everybody has, those white storage units, but since I don't have them yet, I thought that these would be like super cute to have them in. So I have them like color, you know, ordered by the color of the rainbow, because I'm just weird that way. So my reds and my pinks are here. My oranges and yellows are here. My greens are here. And as you can see, I have like a huge collection of Copics, right? Here are my blues. Blues I have a ton because I have boys, so I have to. Here are my purples. This I have nothing in. I just have crocheted flowers in there. These are my like skin tones, my browns. And I also have my At You Speakas in here. And then here are the ones for my black hair. So that's about it. My greeting farm are right there for right now, but they're going to go on the homemade Clip It Up. And there I have like little ribbons and miscellaneous embellishment stuff. Like when Michael's was having that Safari Kids that cooks with a view, I like bought all those embellishments. I have them there. In here I just have like cards that the boys get for their birthdays, little memory kind of things that I have to keep in there. Then down here I have pictures. These are all the pictures that eventually I will get to scrapbooking, to scrapbook. These are the paper pads that I'm going to be using like now. So this is for the one for the pumpkin patch, which I really have to get done. And then I have the Immortal Love Stack, which I just finished there. So those are the ones that I have there. Then I have my buttons, my paper tray ink buttons. And on the top I have like all the little cards and tags that I've gotten from other people. So that's like from Ivy5, Myra, the card that she gave me. That's from Catherine, Life on the Scrap Beach. That's from Martika, Martika Love 11. That's a geisha Anya that I had colored in, and I have the little colors right there, so I know how to color her again. And my niece's invitation for her baby shower that we made. More little colorings, Terry's tag, my tag, that kind of stuff. Back there I have all the Creative Memory punches in those bins back there. And then here I have all my Color Q inks, and then I have Woolies, and I have all my stamping stuff and my Stamp-A-Majig, more Woolies. And then here's where I used to have all my stamps in here, but they like weren't fitting, so I got my husband to make me that homemade Clip It Up. So now I'm just gonna have my rubber stamps in here, and then all of these eventually are gonna get on the Clip It Up. But I've been trying to find those lampshades, so that's why. And these are more stamp pads. I'm sorry, paper pads. That's where I have my paper. They're all in those Rubbermaid boxes that you can get at Walmart. And then they're all labeled by color. And eventually, I need to get another one here. But I also want to get some over here and move the file cabinet out of this room. My husband needs to move the file cabinet out of the room, so that way I can put them in here, and then I can have like all my Christmas, all my Halloween, you know, like the paper collections that I buy. Here is where I have my spellbinders right now. I really want to make that magnetic book that Arlene made, My Butterfly Kisses. That's how I want to have my spellbinders, but for right now, this is how I have them. So I threw up here like all my thickers, and anything that can hang is up here, just so that way it's out of the way. And then over here I have my punches. Those are my Martha Stewart punches with some ribbon, and then some more ribbon and the EK Success. And that's how I have them right now, with that those rods that you get at IKEA for $2. And these are the small ones. The other ones are $3, but they don't fit on these walls. So I figured I'll do them like this, and then when I get more, I can just have the rest of the floor to keep on adding more. Then let me cover this. This is where I put all of my completed ones. And those are my completed projects up there. And I just have them like displayed up there. Not that they're all super done. And this isn't like super organized, but yeah. And then these are my cherished teddies. And I know that the last time that I showed these, like everybody was like, wow, you have so many bears. Cherished teddies came out back in 1991, which is when I graduated from high school. And I fell in love with them. I thought that they were like super cute. So I started collecting them, and I really haven't collected them in a while. So I have like a whole mess of holes of stuff that needs to be finished. But yeah, that's my huge collection that now that I bought a house, I finally am able to display. I was never able to display them before. So they were always sitting in boxes. So that's why they're in my scrapbook room. And I know that I would have tons more room if I didn't have the bears up. But they have to come up because they've been living in boxes for years and years. And that's just cruel. So there's my tripod. And there's my handmade Clip It Up. And I have my laces here. And this is, the problem is that nowadays the lampshades that are made, it has the top wire and it has a metal wire, but they don't have a wire connecting the top to the bottom. So that's why it's been so hard for me to try to finish the Clip It Up. So this, I just have it hanging here for just my laces. And then down here, I have actually found one that has the top attached to the bottom. So in the bottom, I have my stamps, and on the top, I have some more laces. Eventually, on the top of those, I'll have like my greeting farm and all my little tiny stamps up there. And then with the ones that are round, just regular round, I'll have my trims up there. So that's the original plan, but you know, thank goodness I don't have like a huge amount of stamps because there's not that many there. And then over on the other side is just the office. And all of this got cleaned because my mother-in-law is coming on Tuesday. So my husband was like, okay, Marissa, you seriously need to get that room cleaned. So I go, okay. So I went ahead and I cleaned everything up. This is our bookcase, and it just has like all the boys' coloring stuff up there, and then all our books over here. And eventually I need to paint that white to match the room. But I went ahead and I cleaned it all up, and when he came into the room the first day, he was like, wow. He was amazed that my room is actually clean. So yeah, that was my motivation to get the room clean, but I'm loving it. I think it's awesome. So it'll be clean until I do my first project. You see, even my floor is clean, guys. No more confetti all over the place. So anyway, that's my room. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks. Bye.